What's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's in
gun.
the fucking box?
Hi, this is Greg from Georgia. Going to do a video today of what's in the box or what's in the cart. This is requested a couple times by my #1 fan that's not related to me on the YouTube comments named Trap Cracker. So thanks for the recommendation and happy to provide that. I'm going to format this video around the categories I've set up in an Amazon affiliate store. Believe it or not, I bought all this myself, either from Adams or from Adams on Amazon. Adams is not providing me any product. I'm not being paid by Adams. This is just me doing a video from the stuff I like to use. That happens to almost all be Adams. But again, I'd have set up an Amazon affiliate store at the link below that's going to capture pretty much everything I've talked about here that at least is on the Amazon page. The reason I told you that is I'm going to format this video down the categories I've created on that Amazon affiliate store. Those categories are car detailing, then I'll talk about car sealing and waxing, then car paint correcting, then my power wash accessories, a car interior detailing, and then some miscellaneous parts as well. Okay, first car detailing. In car detailing, I got my bucket that's specific for wheels and tires. This is the Adams brush that I get back onto the barrels of the wheels. Love this brush. I've got a brush to get up on the lug nuts of the wheels. This is an Adams brush. This is on the store page that I showed you. Also, I'll get around the valve stem as well. That's nice for that. Then finally, just two brushes. The tire brush. Tire brush has some of the stiffer black bristles and the softer red bristles. I believe there's a new version of this brush with shorter bristles. That's probably what I would like more because it seems a little flimsy for hitting the tires. Works good for me, but maybe I think the new version recognizes that and has shorter bristles now. So that's nice. So this is the tire brush. The wheel brush, really soft. It's not going to hurt your painted wheels. Really nice to get in between the cracks. Funny story, on the Q7, I used to hate cleaning the wheels in that car. Really narrow slots with a lot of place for dust to stick. I've gone through many, over the years, I've had this car for 4 years, gone through many different ways to try to clean those wheels, even with power drills, with little drill attachments. Nothing would really do it quickly and well enough. This brush with the Adams oil cleaner, done. Next, we got all the products that I use to do a wash. First, we've got the Adams car shampoo. If you saw my previous video on the Starbucks pump, funny story, I went to the Starbucks just today because we were out of the vanilla syrup. And here's how the conversation always goes. Going through the drive-thru, hey, I'd like the full syrup liquid. Go around there, they hand me liquid. Hey, can I get a pump with that? Oh, let me look. They go around the back. Oh yeah, we've got some. Here you go. And they give me the pump. This pump right here. So I have a whole stack of these. Nice to have. So the car shampoo. Then the all-purpose cleaner for the tires and the wheel cleaner for the wheels as needed in the washes you've seen from me recently. I just simply did the car shampoo on the wheels and tires because that's all it needed at the time. After drying with the Master Blaster Revolution, I'll use the Adams Detail Spray to give it a little bit of last shine. Followed by VRT on the tires and trim. Then finally with glass cleaner on all the glass other than the windshield, and then glass boost on the windshield, which has been sealed with the Adams glass sealant. You also notice I always use 4 pads, top, right, and left, and then across the bottom, I'll use this one to get the dirtier part. Usually these 3 just don't come off with any dust based on the pre-soak that I do, and this almost always comes up with dust. None of these touch the wheels. So that covers washing. Now I'm going to cover sealing and waxing. Use the Adams clay. If you haven't seen it, the Adams clay it's softer than it's more elastic than your normal clays. And they've got this, whatever they call, that's fancy word for putting indentions on the clay that also acts as a holder as you wrap it around. It's got this nice container to keep the clay not from drying out. So I use that to get ready to seal and wax the car. And then in terms of just sealing the car, got the Adams liquid paint sealant. All my cars on their first round of the Adams liquid paint sealant says they have about a 6-month lifespan. All the cars are currently about halfway through their lifespan and they continue to bead water just fine, so I'm thrilled with that. And then finally, depending on the car, I'll either use the Americana wax or the Patriot wax, which is currently inside in the refrigerator, which is recommended to where you keep the Patriot wax. The Americana wax, I can start to see the bottom of it, so I am using it. That's probably 3 cars worth of waxing on this one. Using this is the applicator that comes with that one. So that's it for sealing and waxing. Now into paint correcting. Got the Adams Heavy Correcting Compound that I use the microfiber cutting pad on that. That's only as necessary in clearly area. I don't use this throughout the car. I use it where it's required. But throughout the car, I will use the correcting polish using the orange pad. This is good to start off to getting off just the typical love marks from normal washes, or normal bad washes, I should say. Followed by the finishing polish, which is white with its corresponding white Adams pad. Those 2 passes of the orange and the white get it to the point where it's ready to be then sealed and waxed, as I talked about a minute ago. Onto the power washing accessories. Got a whole other videos on this that you can look at. Includes the stainless steel swivel, which you've seen a video on. Love that. The quick connects for both the foam cannon and the quick connects just for the normal spray tips. If you'd like to know more on that whole pressure washer setup, you'll see there's a whole pricing group on the Amazon affiliate store, as well as previous videos I've done on the pressure washer. On to interior detailing, which I really haven't done any videos on yet. Favorite brush, I use this with the leather and interior detailer to keep the leather clean. Come back by then afterwards with leather conditioner with this soft red pad. Puts a nice, not quite sheen on it. If it soaks in leather, I'll do a second pass. It really has a nice smell, makes the interior of the car like new again for leather and all the vinyl. On the miscellaneous items, thought I'd show you the paint meter that I use. It's a Highline Meter 2. I do have it in the miscellaneous group. I do use this before, when I get a new car, really just to get a feel for the thickness of the car. This is a cheap meter. This just gives you a baseline feel of what's going on. As long as the paint's sort of in the 4 or 5 range in terms of the total thickness, that's the primer, the paint, and the clear coat. That's all this measures. That's all it's smart enough to measure. You really get a feel. What this tool's really told me is, after polishing a car with all the stages I've shown you, not including the compound, it really has no effect pre and post, at least for the accuracy of this meter, on the thickness of the paint. My Camry videos that you saw, I looked at this before and after. Absolutely, you'd think I took a ton of the clear coat off, but based on this meter, just did a little bit, not enough to really be concerned about. So anyway, Highline Meter 2. For the price, I'd recommend it if you're a do-it-yourselfer like myself. Not really a pro-level tool. I'm constantly having to recalibrate it to get it to 0 properly. And finally, I wanted to end on the way I keep these bottles full. On the left, you can see I've got all the washing-related ones. All the way to the left is the wheel cleaner and the all-purpose cleaner. If you see that they're too deep, then that means I've gone through a gallon of them since Christmas. Additionally, the car shampoo detail spray. All 4 of those bottles have been, I've got 2 gallons on hand for that. VRT with its pump top, just like the car shampoo has a pump top, as well as the glass cleaner, which I just got, that I switched from the Adams aerosol to the Adams liquid glass cleaner. They both seem to perform about the same, but I like the glass cleaner because I can see how much product I have left and I'm not going to accidentally run out. On to the interior side, I've got a leather interior cleaner gallon. Tend to go through that stuff to keep the dash and leather clean on all the cars, as well as I just got the carpet and upholstery cleaner, not used it yet. Just disclaimer, I just got it. I'm going to use that at least for the carpet floor mats and the carpeting of the car. And behind it, you can see the McCullough steam cleaner that I featured in the interior video for the Camry. And finally, for when I don't want to mess with this stuff, but We've got a little bit of dust on the black cars. We've got the waterless wash that I use with the waffle weave towels to give it as if I just washed it, the black car not dusty. Anyway, again, here's all the products you've seen, how they're grouped on this Amazon affiliate store. Again, not paid by Adams. Adams didn't give me any kind of promotional or product testers. I'm doing this completely on my own based on the requests I saw from Trap Cracker on the YouTube comments. So I appreciate you watching, and go wash your cars.